What's up, fam? Coach Ty here, the People's Health and Wellness Coach. And I help working professionals and entrepreneurs 30 years and above find their specific balance, or rhythm rather, that's struggling with juggling work or business, shedding those extra pounds gained over the years, and truly have time and energy for loved ones, friends, let alone yourself, by providing you with healthy habits, tips, tricks, and hacks so you can get back into those jeans you've had tucked away in the back of your closet for months, even years now. Love and enjoy looking at yourself in the mirror again. Take that vacay you've been planning for months, even years now, and truly and honestly be present with time and energy for yourself, your loved ones, your friends, and the things you miss doing the most but have been putting off for years with your new and improved, better balanced body. Let's get it. Let's get into it, fam. So we're going over chapter 2 of Nedra Glover Tawwab's The Set Boundaries Workbook. All right. I know y'all enjoyed the last one last week, huh? It was pretty deep, I know. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and say grab your pens, pencils, your journal, your notebook, and let's just take this journey and really try to get as many nuggets that we can, even if you have to go back and rewind this thing, guys, for real. I'm trying to help you guys cultivate healthy boundaries, healthy, true health and wellness by what you eat, not just by what you eat, but how you move your body. Health and wellness in your mind and your emotions in your body and your spirit, all around the whole circle. True health and wellness. And Ms. Nedra Glover Tawwab is going to help us to set boundaries, healthy boundaries with this workbook. So, chapter 2 in the workbook, it says, what happens when we don't have healthy boundaries? A life without healthy boundaries limits your ability to live your life on your own terms. What you want for yourself is clouded by what others say, think, and do. What you need is dimmed because of what others need. When you don't own and manage your life, others will do it for you. I know, I can attest to that. Even friends. People with unhealthy boundaries typically experience burnout, which is emotional, mental, and/or physical exhaustion, resentment, deep-rooted indignation about being mistreated, frustration, which is feeling annoyed when asked to do something, anger, hostility or annoyance, which might be expressed inwardly or outwardly, anxiety, which is setting unrealistic expectations, people pleasing, and being unable to be assertive or say no, depression, hopelessness that life can change or that relationships can even improve. Additionally, as a result of unhealthy boundaries, you might loan money to people when you don't have it to give. Done that. Offer advice when it isn't requested. Do things that you don't like. Be codependent. Complain about how others mistreat you. Not have any time for yourself. Give people several chances to hurt you. Tell people more than you're comfortable sharing. Feel resentful because you are overwhelmed. Allow others to say things to you without speaking up for yourself. Be frustrated by others whenever they request your support. You may need boundaries with your parents, your kids, your partner, your time, associates, your in-laws, family, friends, neighbors, exes, strangers, work, social media, and even yourself. Sometimes healthy boundaries are about living your life according to your plans for your life. Let me read that again for the people in the back. Sometimes healthy boundaries are about living your life according to your plans for your life. It's okay to listen to someone else's opinion, but stay mindful of who is offering their take on what's best for you. When people tell you what you should do, remember staying on track with your goals is adhering to your boundaries. How you feel is a good indicator of whether you need to change your boundaries or not. For example, someone might say, when I help my mother sort through her finances, I feel annoyed because I want her to know how to do it on her own. It would be helpful to teach her some of the strategies I'm using instead of doing it myself. Sometimes we help people because we believe they can't do certain things on their own. In these instances, consider ways to empower them to be more self-sufficient and make use of other resources. This is particularly important when you can't or don't want to help. Ms. Nedra got another exercise for us, guys. She says, consider the feelings listed below and use them to complete the scenarios. Anger, jealous, sad, frustrated, guilty, thoughtful, anxious, confused, important, appreciated, overwhelmed, stupid, miserable, skeptical. So remember those words. When I help blank with blank, I feel blank. It will be helpful to blank. Now remember those words, right? I'll go over them again. It's angry, jealous, sad, frustrated, resentful, guilty, thoughtful, anxious, confused, important, appreciated, overwhelmed, stupid, miserable, or skeptical. When I help blank with blank, I feel blank. It will be helpful to blank. And she has another exercise. Well, the same exercise, just a different saying, just a different way to say it. I haven't expressed my needs to blank about blank. So who haven't you expressed your needs to? And how did you feel about that? I haven't expressed my needs to blank about blank. Who haven't you expressed your feelings to? Or what you think about something, or how you feel about doing something. And how did you feel about that? By keeping that inside, how did that make you feel? And how would you feel? How do you feel like it would actually be helpful to you to finally get that out and finally express to them, communicate to them with healthy words, with good words, and not watch yourself and make sure not to get angry. I will say this, because I mean, this even speaking personally from personal experience, I find that if I'm already in an uproar, already emotional or upset about something, it's best to just wait, to pause, take a breath. I don't know, for some people, it might be take a breath for a couple hours. Sometimes it might be a day or two. Not to not talk to the person, but to just take a beat and wait till you can calm down and actually talk to them in a more healthy manner without getting so upset. Because we all know actually, when both people or multiple people are upset, nobody's really listening because you're talking at the person instead of talking to the person about how you feel. So this is honestly what I use even in my personal life. And I remember when I was going to therapy at one point some years ago, which, by the way, I stand by wholeheartedly. Getting therapy for your mental emotional help, getting coaching, whatever you need to get help physically, mentally, emotionally, mind, body, and spirit. I'm so behind it. I love it. And I'm so glad and thankful that I did it. And I still do it from time to time. I mean, I have no shame. I truly appreciate it because it helps me to learn how to communicate better, or helps me to learn myself better, to know why I react the way I react. And actually, now I know how to, now I have tools to help me not react in such a quick and flustered way all the time. But one of my therapists said to me, and I swear I say this all the time to myself, even to my clients and other people, before you say something, before you respond to that person that agitates you or has you that feeling, ask yourself this question: is what I'm about to say going to hurt or help the situation? I'm telling you, when she told me that, it was mind blowing. I was like, makes you think, huh? Is what you're about to say next going to help or hurt the situation? Just keep that in mind for the next time you get in one of those situations with those people or that person. So I'll go ahead and continue exercise 2. She says 7 benefits of setting healthy boundaries. 1, you'll reduce any feelings of guilt. 2, you'll rid yourself of some unhealthy relationships. 3, your healthy relationships will improve. 4, you'll discover your strength. Nice. 5, you'll create relationships that make you feel happy. 6, you'll learn to respect other people's boundaries. 7, you'll improve your ability to be assertive in multiple areas. The I deserve boundaries mindset. She says, repeat after me. I deserve healthy boundaries in my relationships with others and with myself. Boundaries are not mean and can be placed gently. Even when people don't like my boundaries, it doesn't mean I've done anything wrong by setting them. I'm going to repeat that again. I deserve healthy boundaries in my relationships with others and myself. Boundaries are not mean and can be placed gently. Even when people don't like my boundaries, it doesn't mean I've done anything wrong by setting them. And you're not doing anything wrong by setting boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. You literally can set healthy boundaries and don't feel ashamed or bad about it. It's okay. So she says, get it out of your head that you're a terrible person for setting boundaries, and remove the thought boundaries are mean from your mind and your mouth. Boundaries make you a healthier friend. Boundaries make you a healthier partner. Boundaries make you a healthier parent. Boundaries make you a healthier sister or brother. Boundaries make you a healthier daughter or son. Boundaries make you a healthier coworker. Boundaries make you a healthier niece or nephew. Boundaries make you a healthy family member. Boundaries make you a healthier neighbor. And boundaries make you a healthier human being in totality. Here's another exercise. Many people believe that saying no is the only way to set boundaries, but it's just a small part of the process. Before we move on to other parts of boundaries, let's practice a few ways to say no. For example, boundaries are a healthy way for me to heal. So she has another circle. Probably can't see it. It's a few circles. So in the center, it says ways to say no. And she has 2, 4, 6, 8 circles around the center that says ways to say no. Now let's consider times when you might say yes. For each of the items mentioned, circle yes, maybe, or no. The first one, helping a friend move. Yes, maybe, no. Working on vacation. Is this healthy? Yes, maybe, no. Answering your phone when it's not a good time. Is it a yes, maybe, or no to healthy boundary setting? Pet sitting for a friend. Yes, maybe, no. Loaning a family member money. Yes, maybe, no. Allowing family to visit you for the holidays. Yes, maybe, no. And then she has some other scenarios that you can input in there and ask yourself, is this a healthy boundary? Yes, maybe no. Is it, a boundary that I may need to consider to help me become a healthier person and help that relationship to grow, or not? For the ones you marked maybe, what stopped you from clearly declaring yes or no? What are the expectations? When you responded with no, do you consistently say it in those areas or no? Here's another exercise. This is part 1. Make a list of things you would like to start saying no to. Part 2. I find it hard to say no to blank because of blank. I find it hard to say no to blank because of blank. And continue that list for you and what's going on in your life, or the people that's in your life that you find it difficult to say no to. And why do you find it difficult to say no to them? It's no judgment, nothing wrong with that. It's just so you can actually write this thing out and see what's inside of your mind and see it for yourself and map it out. And why do you find it hard to say no? Or why do you feel like you always have to say yes? Now, that's just me. She didn't put that in there, but I'm saying that. Why do you find this difficult? I mean, it's hard to say no. Or why do you feel like you always have to say yes? You don't always have to say yes. That's not healthy. But just go ahead and do that exercise as well. Right here, she says, pause. At any point while going through this chapter, take a moment to close your eyes and envision a peaceful scene. For me, it's standing in front of the ocean on a warm summer day. Common reasons people find it hard to say no. People pleasing. I want to be liked, or I don't want anyone to be upset with me. Fear. If I say no, they will stop talking to me. Unreasonable expectations. I know I'm busy, but adding one more thing won't be too much trouble. Really? Common negative thought distortions that make it hard to set limits. Catastrophizing. Expecting the worst case scenario. If I set a boundary with my partner, they will leave me. Personalizing. Taking things to heart or making things about you when they aren't. It was my fault that they had too much to drink. No, it's not your fault. Overgeneralizing. based on a single incident, developing a belief that things happen the same way all the time. My friends can't help me because they have their own problems and aren't available. Black or white thinking, seeing things as one extreme or the other with no gray area. People never care about what others want. Jumping to conclusions, expecting a negative outcome without trying. They will never listen to me. Here's another exercise. Looking at the cognitive distortions above, which one or two have you used the most often? Instead of focusing on the worst case scenario, what is a positive possible outcome? What affirmation, which is a positive statement, can you use to increase your confidence in setting boundaries? Example, I am worthy of healthy boundaries. Say it with yourself, guys. Say it to yourself. Say it out loud, even in the mirror. I am worthy of healthy boundaries. And yes, you are. Yes, you are. Unhealthy alternatives to setting boundaries. Move away. I moved across town so that they would stop asking me to do things. Gossip or complain. My coworker needs to budget better. It never fails. 3 days before payday, I end up buying them lunch. Avoid. I don't visit my grandmother because she always says something about my weight. Cut off. I stopped talking to my friend because she could never understand why she needs to be more respectful of my time. Here's a journal prompt. What have you done to avoid setting boundaries with people or with yourself? What have you done? Here's a checklist. What has stopped you from setting boundary? Put a check mark next to each behavior that has held you back. People pleasing, self-sabotage, second guessing yourself, fear, anxiety, guilt, how to say no and mean it. Consistency is the key to getting people to respect your boundaries. When placing a limit with others, say no, not maybe. Don't say, let me think about it, or I will see what I can do. Using pacifying statements only leads people to believe that there's hope. You can be direct and still be a kind person. Communicating your boundaries kindly sounds like this. I care about you deeply. I can't help you with your issue. I'm not able to support you financially, but I'm willing to support you in another way. We need to reassess how we communicate because it doesn't seem to be working for either of us. Thank you for your request. I'm not available. I know you love me and want the best for me. I would like it if you supported me by listening instead of offering feedback. That sounds very challenging. I would love to help, but it seems like an issue that should be handled with a professional. Those are nice, kind ways to communicate how you really feel, honestly. 9 potential reasons you can't sufficiently set a boundary. 1, you fear being mean. 2, you fear being rude. 3, you're a people pleaser. 4, you're anxious about future interactions after a boundary has been set. 5, you feel powerless and not sure that boundaries will help. 6, you get your value from helping others. 7, You project onto others your feelings about being told no. 8, you have no clue where to start. 9, you believe that you can't have boundaries in certain types of relationships, which is not true at all. Here's the last thing. She says, gather yourself. What came up for you while going through this chapter? So I asked you the same question she's asking you. What came up for you while going through this chapter? Be honest and authentic. No judgment here. Not with Coach Ty's corner. Not with Coach Ty. I believe in being your authentic self. I believe in being honest with yourself. And I believe in just really saying what you truly feel without having to be mean, because you don't have to be mean. But you do want to get to a healthier version of yourself. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm trying to help people become a healthier, better version of themselves. And it's so much more deeper than just eating. Eating is great, of course. Eating healthy is great, of course. Actually, it's the 80-20. 80% of being healthy, truly healthy, inside and out, is what you eat. 20% is working out. But you have to be consistent with it, is the truth. You have to be consistent. But when it comes to setting boundaries, this is a more mental and emotional, healthier way, and even spiritual, healthy and health and wellness way to doing things. So I would like for you guys in the comments below to tell me honestly, no judgment again, what came up in this chapter? How do you feel about this chapter? Even if you have to go back and rewind it and listen to it again and listen to the steps and write them down in your journal, share with me how you really feel about this chapter. What's going through your head? How do you feel? How do you feel like your next interaction with that person or those persons will be after chapter 1 and 2? Just going over these first 2 chapters. How do you feel like it will be? And let me know if this is helpful, guys, because I really am wanting to help, honestly, everybody. But I really do want to help people become a healthier, happier version of themselves. I just really do. And health and wellness is not just a diet, guys. It's a healthy lifestyle. It's how you live. It's how you go through your day-to-days. I mean, of course, we're all human, so every day isn't like perfect 100%. I'm eating right. I'm working out. I'm doing this. I'm setting healthy boundaries. It's about progression as well. But please, please, please don't judge yourself. We're all working at this day by day, one day at a time. So again, like I said, share with us how you feel, what's going through your head, and how do you feel like your next conversation with that person that you've in the past or currently don't have such healthy boundaries with. After just going over chapter 1 and 2, and of course I'll go through the other chapters and some of my other episodes, but I really want to know, how do you feel? What do you feel after this chapter? What do you feel like this can take you to? How do you feel like setting healthy boundaries will be a benefit in your life, in your personal life, in your family life, in your work life? All right, guys, this is it for this week for Coach Ty's Corner. But come back next time for chapter 3. We can go even deeper, guys. And remember, like I say, health and wellness is more than just a diet. It's a lifestyle. So, guys, if you want to follow me on my socials on IG, it's Ty's Healthy Start. That's TYS as in Sam, Healthy Start, all together. On Facebook, it's Ty's Healthy Start 2. The number 2 is at the end of Ty's Healthy Start. And on YouTube, it's Coach Ty's Corner. But I put all of my links in the YouTube channel in the About page. You can actually go and read and get a brief synopsis of what I do. And also go to my links. Again, guys, you guys have a nice, healthy, happy day, and many peace and blessings to you guys. Have a good one. All right. That's enough for Coach Ty's Corner for the day. All right.